one of Molly's daughters. Here are some of the things I remember about Molly and our family. I met Molly one day in 1961 when our family moved from California to a house on West Prospect, across the street from the Brown farm. She was among our first neighbors and friends. And wow, what Molly came to mean to our family since that day, so long ago, way back when Prospect was a dirt road, is a wonderful and remarkable tale. Our father, Douglas Murray, found the love of his life in Molly, and they enjoyed almost 47 amazing years of marriage. They savored their many friends, their worldwide adventures, and spread much love and fun along the way. The deep love that Molly and Dad shared enriched her life immensely. In unison, they made a home where they frequently brought together their large, blended, and extended family, providing a warm and welcoming sanctuary for 3 generations of family members. New relationships among us brought new members to the family, and Molly adopted them all, as well as those who needed a place to celebrate a holiday, a stable place to live, or a family to come home to. Dad and Molly's 9 children brought 19 grandchildren to the relationship, and those children produced 12 great-grandchildren. We all, will carry Grammolly or great-Grammolly in our hearts every day. She will always be with us. Molly and Dad demonstrated enormous generosity and love, bringing us all together for joyous family reunions in places we love, like Steamboat, Hawaii, Lake Tahoe, and Utah. These gatherings brought our big, far-flung family together in a cohesive and complete way. Siblings, cousins, and next generations remain close and dear friends to this day. The greatest gift that Molly gave us was the unity of our disparate family, and those experiences were made all the richer by Molly's love, her commitment, her enthusiasm, and her superior skills of organization. Molly's devotion as a mother was perhaps most clearly demonstrated when she packed up everything and moved to San Francisco to care for her son Scott when he was gravely ill. Molly's Christmases were legend, from a house full of decorations to the annual warm chili party. We will find ways to carry on her traditions in our own special ways. Molly was born in Salt Lake City, August 30th, 1928. Her father had a few different jobs there. He was an auto dealer, he worked for Westinghouse, and he even was a bouncer at a dance club. In the 20s and 30s, Molly's mother and several aunts were members of an all-female jazz band named the Gibson Navigators, popular on vaudeville stages during this time. The band was led by her mother Edith, her Aunt Beth, and Molly's grandfather Patton. Molly held fond memories of traveling with and watching the band perform. These experiences led to her love of music, in particular playing the piano and her passion for jitterbug dancing. Edith was ill with Hodgkin's disease during Molly's childhood. She traveled to the Mayo Clinic by train for treatments. Because her mother was so ill, Molly went to Rock Springs, Wyoming to live with her grandparents. Her mother died when Molly was young, and her father, Leo, eventually remarried. Molly's stepmother was named Bertha, and they remained close after Leo passed away. Molly's grandfather was a mining supervisor and lived and worked in many western states. Molly's childhood summers were joyous. She would go with a cousin or friend to a sheep farm in the mountains. They spent their summer days playing with and tending to the sheep. The girls were always given the runs to care for, and they did so with great love and pleasure. Molly said these experiences came in handy when she later married a sheep farmer and rancher. When it came time for college, Molly went with several friends from Rock Springs to the University of Wyoming in Laramie. She pledged Tri Delta sorority, majoring in business, and later earned a master's degree. Molly's early life in Rock Springs, Wyoming was instrumental in the person she became. She was a reflection of the community where she was raised, independent, determined, and strong-willed, with an intensely clear moral compass. Molly held deep convictions and values that made a lasting impression on anyone she met. She was solid as a rock. The story continues from there. After college, Molly moved to Fort Collins, married Jim Brown, raised 2 boys, helped with the farm operations, and supported her sons as they raised champion sheep. Once the boys were grown, she began a long and successful 25-year career as a professor of accounting at Colorado State University. Molly and Doug married in 1971, and together they became integral members of this church and the community. Molly was a skilled craftswoman, knitting, needlepointing, quilting, and sewing with ease and joy. She applied the same artful techniques to weave together her broad and diverse family, as well as her vast community of friends. She graciously opened her arms, her home, and her heart, weaving a lasting tapestry of love and laughter that has made us all better people collectively and individually. Molly, today we all rejoice the life you lived.